Oh,
So
right.
I jumped up in front of the camera. And I went out on the air like that. Like, there's our cameraman, our former cameraman.
Our former cameraman.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hello MD Live. I'm your host, Eliza Maroney, and today we have the honor and privilege of having holistic nutritionist Erin Willis in our studio.
Hello.
Hello, Erin. I am so excited to have you here. And we at Hello MD are just so elated to be able to bring this information live to you all today. For those of you who are tuning in, we have a lot of excitement ready to go for you guys. We're actually going to be doing a giveaway every 10 minutes during the show of the cured spices and tincture.
Yes.
This trio is just amazing. CBD-infused spices and CBD-infused tinctures.
Yes.
We both love them, right?
Yes.
We've talked about it. And
Great.
we're actually going to be experimenting with these and using them in some recipes today.
Yes, exactly. So that's actually why I picked out the foods that we're going to be working with, which are actually available right now on the blog if you want to follow along. But today we're going to be working on a salad dressing, and a smoothie that all involve the components of cured nutrition.
I love it. So Erin, first of all, thank you for being here.
Of course.
This is really exciting for me, and I think that so many people are wondering, what does it mean to be a holistic nutritionist?
Awesome question. Okay, so just the difference is that when a holistic nutritionist is with their client or their customer or whomever they're working with, they consider the person as a whole live being. So it's not just about what food they're eating. What are their stress levels at work? What's their relationship with their spouse? What medications are they taking? Are they exercising or not? Are they meditating? So it's all these components wrapped together to just treat the underlying cause of whatever it may be, not just the symptom. And on top of that, I mean, we work with whole foods. So
Amazing.
We try to keep it as close to nature as possible.
I think that is incredible. As an advocate for cannabis and hemp-derived CBD, I think that everybody they all stand to learn from this.
Yeah.
And I'd love to know more about your background in cannabis and how you kind of got into this industry. I do follow your blog, Mother Indica. For those of you who don't, you should definitely check it out.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, so what really started my cannabis industry journey, because for a long time I've been a cannabis enthusiast, but it wasn't until after college and after having my son did I start to realize that we could use cannabis as a wellness modality, as a holistic modality, and it was during my postpartum depression, actually, and I was pretty isolated. I didn't know a lot of moms my age in the Bay Area. I had just graduated from college, so I had all this new information, didn't really know what to do with it while I had this little tiny baby and my hormones were crazy. So I was like, okay, I use cannabis. How can I use this holistically? So I started to cook with it. I started to realize, like, oh, I do have more control over the kind of elevation I have or the kind of relief I have.
It's so amazing, and it's very true. A lot of women actually go through the same thing.
Yes.
And hormone imbalances in general are so common and prevalent in today's society, along with crazy soaring stress levels.
Yes.
So I love that you are open about your story and you're willing to share that with people. So thank you so
Definitely.
much.
And I'll just add that it was actually the endocannabinoid system when I started to really research it that I realized that nutrition and cannabis truly are one and the same. And that's really what started Mother Indica, was just helping spread that knowledge and education.
Yeah, I actually read a really fun fact the other day.
Sweet.
That breast milk is just teeming with cannabinoids.
Yeah, endocannabinoids.
It's just crazy.
Nature's.
We're all born with an endocannabinoid receptor system, which means that we are literally made to receive the benefits from this plant.
It's our given right.
So it's so exciting to see people who are integrating it in a new way. I would actually dare to say in an ancient way.
Oh, beautiful.
Because it's one of the original ways, and this plant has been around for millennia.
Yes.
And thankfully now it's kind of coming into the light, and it's really fun to share that with others.
I agree. So I'm really happy to be here for that reason.
So I have to ask, what was your go-to way to apply cannabis to your life when you first started using it holistically?
Holistically, okay.
Holistically.
So I actually started to cook with it more. I learned how to decarb it in my oven without killing off the terpenes, the flavonoids, all those nutritional benefits, as well as the cannabinoids. So I learned how to, just with food, I learned how to cook with it properly.
Okay.
So I started to put in my olive oils, then I found these brands that I really enjoyed that do culinary things. So I started to cook with it more.
Amazing.
And then my go-to is always, every day, is a tincture.
I love it. And you mentioned the word decarb. For those of you who are tuning in and maybe don't know what that means, to decarboxylate cannabis actually means that you're taking it from the raw, pure form and activating THCA into the psychoactive version of THC, which most people are very familiar with.
Yeah.
They think of cannabis and they think of you getting, as we say, high.
Yes.
Or elevated, as I prefer to say.
Yeah.
And you don't actually have to experience that. You can use it and still reap all the benefits of cannabis without actually getting to that point and using those cannabinoids before it's turned into THC.
Exactly.
So
they're beneficial.
It's
so it's
really
fun.
amazing.
Okay, so on that note, I would love to get started with the salad dressing.
Yeah.
So we're going to be using the roasted garlic and lemon pepper from Pure Nutrition.
Sweet. And let's actually, I want to take a closer look at this. So Cured actually gave us a few different products. So today we have the roasted garlic and lemon pepper spices, and we also have our cinnamon and honey spices as well.
Yes.
And to go with that, they've also provided us with their tincture, which is a hemp oil tincture. So this is very exciting to see such delicious products that are specifically curated for people who want to use it in everyday life, in their pantry, and be able to cook with it. I have to say, when I saw the cinnamon and honey, all I could think about was how I could use this in a mocktail.
Yes.
I think we talked about it earlier. I really want to try maybe a margarita later that is, a mocktail, but actually with the rim with this. And to have CBD in such an accessible way is really incredible. So I think we're getting really close to our very first giveaway.
Oh, awesome. Okay, I was just about to put in the Cured Nutrition. I have 2 teaspoons, which is 30 milligrams.
30
CBD.
milligrams. So for any of you who are tuning in and it's your first time watching us, be sure to leave us a comment. If you want a chance to win the 3 products, leave us a comment. Repost this link so that other people can also tune in and watch and see what's going on. And also leave us a comment with what your favorite way to use CBD is. We want to know, we want to learn from you as well, because there are so many amazing new ways to use these products, and we'd love to hear from you. So as soon as we figure out who the winner is, I will be announcing that very soon. I'm so excited about that. So Erin,
I got my apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, let's go over the recipe and tell everybody what you're doing.
Okay, so I just put in apple cider vinegar, a little bit of lemon juice, some orange juice. I'm going to add a little more. So those are all of our acids, our vinegar. I put in the spices. So what I'm doing is kind of shaking the honey and Dijon. I'm shaking those together first to really bring in those flavors. And then what I do is I top it off with a cup of olive oil and then 2 droppers of that tincture over there.
Amazing.
And so what that tincture is actually going to do is emulsify our salad dressing.
Okay.
Which I love because you don't have to keep shaking it, and it's kind of nice to have a cohesive salad dressing without having to use, say, egg white if you're not into that, or just other forms of emulsifiers.
That sounds
It's a healthy way.
delicious. I am so excited.
Oh, yes. Oh, please do
May
the
I?
honor.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And for everybody who is tuning in, we're really excited to share these recipes with you all. The recipes in full will be available on the HelloMD website as soon as we're done with this segment. So be sure to tune in and stay in the know.
All right, I'm about to turn this on so it gets loud.
Let's do it.
So really we just need like 30 seconds of that, and you'll
Okay.
see the color here. It's probably going to stay like that if we added enough of the MC.
Okay, the MCT oil.
Yes,
Yeah?
yes,
Okay.
sorry, yes.
No, it's totally fine. And I think we
see.
talked about this earlier, but I'd love to understand a little bit more.
This is
How and why did the color change?
The color of these?
Yes.
Oh, this is mostly our orange juice, I would
Okay.
say, and then the olive oil to make that really pretty color.
Amazing. Okay. And you guys, we're ready for our next giveaway. So if you are tuning in right now, you have a chance to win these amazing products from Cured Spices. We are really excited to work with Cured. Their products are incredible. We have their cinnamon and honey and the roasted lemon and garlic pepper,
Yes.
as well as their hemp oil. So
see.
be sure to drop us a comment. Let us know what you're thinking. Tell us what you're loving about this recipe right now. It feels like spring. It smells like spring.
Yes. Yes, and you know, that reminds me, we actually did want to touch on why we use these ingredients, and really it's because it's just fresh.
Okay.
Seasonal.
Yes, exactly. And the best way to get these products, it really is from a farmer's market. And I am not seeing a winner's name yet. So if you guys are dropping those comments, make sure you say, "See me," because we want to give these away. Drop us a comment, repost the link as well, you guys.
I know, I'm really excited that people are actually going to get this stuff.
Oh, here we go. Blue Cowgirl. Woohoo! We're so excited. Finally. Blue Cowgirl, thank you so much for tuning in. You just won this trio that you are going to get delivered right to your doorstep. So make sure that you tag a friend and try to get them some prizes too, because we all want to win today.
Yeah.
I am so excited. These are incredible prizes, you guys.
They taste really good.
And it smells so fresh.
Yeah,
So-
okay, so if you could bring me those two blues, we're just going to
Yeah, let's try.
collate this real quick.
Let's see.
So yeah, you'll just notice that these are high in good fats.
Okay.
It's really good to add herbs, spices. The reason I actually like to make my own salad dressing is because store-bought often has secret ingredients like added sugar, canola oil, which is high in omega-6 fatty acids.
Which are not the good ones.
Which are, you know, we need them,
Okay.
but the ratio right now to omega-3 and omega-6 is insanely disproportionate.
Okay.
So we need a lot more omega-3s, and actually omega-3 fatty acids are precursors to endocannabinoids. So we actually need those in our system to create our own endocannabinoids. So for
Wow.
people who aren't just looking to cannabis to nourish your endocannabinoid system, eating foods high in omega-3 fatty acids is key.
You know what? You learn something new every day. I'm
Heck
so
yeah.
excited. Oh my gosh, this smells so delicious and fresh. I dare say cheers.
Cheers.
It's
Cheers to
so
health.
awesome to see new recipes.
Yeah, we got it.
I am actually incredibly inspired. And let's take a
Yeah,
little
it's
bite and
really
see how
simple
this tastes.
to just take your health in your own hands.
Oh, it's incredibly light and
is really
very,
good.
very citrusy, but it's delicious and it has that earthy taste. I'm pretty sure that comes from the Cured.
Yeah, there is garlic in the Cured, which I love because it's more savory.
And I'm always afraid of putting garlic into homemade salad dressings because I tend to overdo it.
Yeah, I get that.
But a powdered version like this, especially knowing that it is infused with CBD, just makes it all the better and a little bit easier to apply to your everyday life.
It's so real. And
I
yeah,
love
I
it.
use 2 teaspoons of that. So
Really?
you just
Okay.
need a touch.
Perfect, just
And then
a
yeah,
touch.
and if you notice, this is still emulsified.
So how long would this last in one's fridge?
I say 5 days, 7, yeah, if not
that's
more.
easy to go
so
through in
all
5
you,
days.
yeah, all you do is smell it to see if it's rancid. But
Okay.
that's honestly probably 14 days now that I think about it.
I love it. Okay, and it is, it's really, really delicious. I am so
Thank you.
excited about this. Let me get a little bit of avocado. I know
Yeah,
that's
so
a
I would just
superfruit.
say you got your cannabis and then go to your local farmer's market and just see what is there, because those are the ones that have the nutrients. Because after even a day or two, your nutrients can get lost. Say you get them overseas or out of season, there's just no nutrients to the actual product after a while.
Yeah, shop local and also shop what's in season. People need to remember that it's really important to get the products that are actually in season.
Ooh. Let's add a little.
I
I
forgot our
segmented
orange
these beautiful oranges.
Slices.
Yeah.
Amazing. For those of you who are tuning in, as we said, all of these recipes are going to be available on HelloMD's website. So don't you worry. You can also make this at home, which it looked so simple. I'm a little in shock because I tend to not make enough salads at home.
Right? Yeah, that's the thing. And we don't realize how simple and available these options are for us, especially making your own salad dressing, condiments. It really is up to us to be in good health. So why not empower each other?
It's so exciting. I love it. And so when you are applying CBD, I just want to understand what are some of the benefits that are associated with it? And do they also align with some of the benefits from eating whole foods?
Yes. So a lot of us don't know this, but we have our endocannabinoid system that is directly attached to our gut system.
Okay.
So you know you've been hearing about gut health and microbiome and all that stuff, microbiome.
Yes.
And you know all that matters, and cannabinoids actually affect your gut lining. Leaky gut syndrome, it kind of takes your gut flora and rebalances it, just how it does with your nervous system, with your endocrine system, with your all the systems. It's the master regulatory system. So what CBD in particular does is it brings down the inflammation. Because it's real, I mean, that's one of the biggest parts of a leaky gut or digestive issues is the chronic inflammation. It's generally our standard American diet, foods high in omega-3 or omega-6 fatty acids, a lot of fried foods, oxidated oils.
A lot of salt also.
On top of it, sodium, oh my goodness, yeah. And not enough of the fruits and the vegetables and the healthy fats. So we're not getting enough antioxidants and all that. But the thing with cannabis is it has those as well. It's also a superfood, just like avocado, blueberries, and you know what else? Yeah.
I have not heard that before.
Yeah.
But that is going to be my new fun fact, that cannabis is a superfood.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic.
Awesome. We got a winner.
Yes. All right, you guys. We also have another winner. Alan JT, thank you so much for commenting and shouting us out. We're so excited to get you some of these products. Cured CBD, they have these amazing spices that you can integrate into your everyday wellness routine, which would be
every day.
Feeding yourself, thankfully. And we also have their tincture that you can use sublingually or put into your food.
Beautiful.
So look out for an email from HelloMD, from our team. We are going to get these products to you. If you want a chance to win, stay tuned. We have another recipe we're going to go through first.
Yeah, another beautiful way of getting in those all the nutrients and the cannabinoids that we need.
Absolutely. So tell me about our next recipe. What are we looking to get from this?
So I call this one the Cannabis, West Coast Cannabis, a smoothie. A lot of good California ingredients, and then of course cannabis. So this smoothie, it needs MCT oil or coconut oil. So MCT oil is actually fractured coconut oil. So it's a medium chain triglyceride. That's what makes it so is an emulsifier, but it's also really good for your brain, energizing, easy to digest.
Okay.
And it's the perfect carrier for cannabis.
Okay.
So you can use this recipe to get your greens, get your healthy fats, and it's also an excellent way to get your cannabis. So we're going to start with these. Oh, if you could, we're going to use 4 strawberries. So if you could slice off the tops of those.
Love to.
All right. So I use about 2 handfuls of some organic spinach, washed. Really important that we want to limit the toxins that go into us. That's why you hear organic or farmers market foods, wash your produce. But if it's organic, don't scrub it. A little dirt's okay. But it's those pesticides and herbicides that we try to get away from.
That is true.
All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of orange. So these are very basic ingredients, nothing fancy. And then I have my mint. I actually wanted to add this to the salad. Mint in salad is like my favorite thing in the world.
Oh, really?
Yes, smell that. It's just, it really elevates
yes, it
many
does.
dishes.
And it just takes it to another level.
Coconut water.
Oh, delicious.
Pink.
Coconut water is the best.
Electrolytes.
Yes.
And then I have my lemonade, or my lemon, no sugar added.
So, you guys, we also just want to repeat that our last winner was Alan. Alan JT, congratulations. We're so excited that you got these products. We are doing a giveaway every 10 minutes on this show today. These are cured spices from Cured Nutrition, and you can also follow them at Cured Nutrition. Learn more about what they're doing. We have CBD hemp-derived products, which also I think we should get into talking a little bit about.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Love talking that.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on hemp-derived versus cannabis-derived CBD?
They're the same thing, in my opinion.
Yes.
Hemp is a legal term, so it just means that the cannabis plant has less than 0.3% THC. So you can buy nationally medicinally high hemp products. Generally, it's a female plant. Generally, the genetics are yielding just a lot more secondary properties, which are the cannabinoids, rather than just the fibers and the textile parts of it that we think of when we think of hemp.
Yes.
So there's actually medicinal style hemp out there. Just because it's not in a dispensary necessarily,
yes,
doesn't mean it's not good for you. However, it's important to know the good stuff from the not so good stuff because it's not very regulated.
Yes, but thankfully, hemp has been legalized.
Yes.
So we are able to provide you with hemp-derived CBD products, and it's really important that you do find really great sources for your CBD, right?
Yes.
Are we gonna go on this?
We're gonna go.
Let's do it.
All right.
That is a healthy smoothie.
Yes, healthy. When you put orange or when you put red and green together, it's not going to be as bright green, but that's okay. It's okay.
That's totally fine. We're doing this for the holistic aspect of it all, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love it.
I know.
Just a few sprigs because when things look pretty, they taste better.
Yeah, that's psychology. That is so true.
Oh,
okay.
And this smells so incredibly fresh. I can smell the orange from right here.
Right, and the mint, all the herbaceous aromas. It's just like cannabis when you smell that flower. It's just like with herbs.
I love it.
Thank you.
That is totally awesome. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Cheers. Let's take a little sip of this. Honestly, I can't even taste the spinach.
Yeah.
That's such a great way to trick your kids into having greens.
So true. So true.
I can't even imagine. I'll probably make this for my dad because it's also equally hard to get him to eat his greens.
It's so real. That's so real.
Oh, man. So, and where did this recipe come from and what made you come up with this one?
This one's just a very simple one that I can do daily. Again, the products I use, they're not hard to get. They're at your local grocery store. Generally, if they're not organic, then they're on the Clean 15 list, which means they don't have a lot of pesticides or anything like that if you were to go conventional.
Okay.
So yeah, these are just daily little tidbits that I have all the time on hand. And then the mint is just like, that's my way to get my mint in.
Yes.
Yeah, and another one is to sub out the strawberries for the mango. Again, it's just whatever's in season. Whatever you think tastes good, just smoothies in general. And then you can add your cannabis so discreetly.
I love it. Well, we did just get in our first question from Eileen, and she says, what is the benefit of cooking with cannabis instead of consuming it in other ways?
So what's actually happening is when you consume it, you're in an edible form, I think is the question.
I'm assuming yes.
It's going through your liver, and it's actually turning into THC delta 11, which has a different effect on your system. So you're actually going to get like more of a potency, I would say. And also it's going through your gut. There's all these things. There's this study about THC and your gut flora. So I would definitely look into that. But it's mainly just how it's processed in the liver.
Yeah, and if you're talking about consuming it in other ways, such as smoking or vaping.
Topicals.
So smoking and vaping, first of all, although I do occasionally partake, it's not actually recommended that you put smoke into your lungs. And that's just a fact from doctors. We understand it. You're also not receiving necessarily all of the different cannabinoids that are present because of the combustion factor. So that's one thing to keep in mind. When you are using topicals, you can help with topical pain and nerve pain, etc.
It's very like localized pain.
It's very localized. Whereas if you are cooking with cannabis and decarboxylating your cannabis and really consuming THC, you are going to usually feel more of a body high.
Right, and overall...
overall relaxation, it does help with inflammation in the same ways.
Yes.
But just be aware that if you are cooking with cannabis that is THC, you are going to get that lifted effect. So that's a great question, though, and thank you so much for dropping that in.
Yeah.
We want to know more about what you guys are thinking. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave a comment. Let us know what your thoughts are.
That actually reminds me of another thing to just talk about is the dosing of THC. We just use CBD, but you know, pairing it with THC isn't a bad idea. But if you are new to cannabis or THC in particular, I always just suggest maybe about 0.5 milligram to 5 milligram, and then just test the waters.
Yes.
Just don't do too much with your edibles because again, it's more potent. It's going to last longer than just inhaling it.
And we also should mention that if you are consuming THC, that the effects of THC can take anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours to feel the onset. So if you are trying an edible for your very first time, be sure to wait and see how it affects you before adding more. As I always tell my clients, you can always add more, but you can't take it away.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that people are safely dosing and learning what we call their magic dose.
Yes.
And that can really change, and it varies from all over the world.
Yep.
From Daniel, another question. How does cannabis enhance other aspects of health and wellness, including fitness? I love this question.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
So I recently just got back into running and working out since having my son, and I'll tell you, my muscles are so much smaller, and I feel weaker, and my respiratory system feels a little off. Yeah. So the cannabis, so say we talk THC, that kind of opens my airways. I feel like I can go longer in my running, consciously or cognitively. I just feel more capable. I don't know if there's science to that, but I know that it does just allow you better endurance depending on what your magic dose is.
Yes. And then also using cannabis post-workout is extremely beneficial. Recovery is so important. So if you are having really rigorous workouts, to apply maybe a really delicious bath bomb to your routine.
Right, or
self-care is really important, or a CBD smoothie or THC-infused smoothie. And also, I would dare to say, also known as the Cannabis Yogi, I teach classes, and we infuse our classes with cannabis, and it really helps people to be present.
Yes.
And part of the reason is because when you are in pain, it's hard to be very present.
That's very true.
So if you're able to mitigate some of those issues by using cannabis, it allows you to go deeper into a practice or into a workout because you're not focused on that physical pain. So that's a great question. And
love that.
thank you so much, Daniel, for reaching out.
Yeah, that's
we
great.
want to know what else you guys are thinking, so be sure to drop some more comments. And speaking of doses,
Yeah.
I just want to know, what's your dose? Like, where
yeah,
do you
love it.
usually start?
So I used to really like 15 milligram THC daily, but lately I've been doing 1 to 5 milligram THC and then about 30 milligrams CBD up to about 90 milligrams CBD.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it's very different in those ratios.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily need to add up.
It's very, very hard to overdose on CBD.
Right.
Which is why it's a great place to start for most people.
Exactly.
We highly recommend that you start with CBD or with a ratio. If you are in a legal state and you're able to see different products on the shelves, explore with ratios and see
that's
what
my
it's like
favorite
to
part.
have a tincture that's a 1-to-1
Keep a
CBD
journal.
to THC, and keep a journal. I love that. That's a great suggestion.
We got a winner.
Yeah, so you guys, we're doing our next giveaway. Let's get it going. So if you're looking to win these 3 amazing products from Cured, be sure to drop us a comment, repost our link, and then also let us know how you are consuming CBD.
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 Yes.
It's our favorite molecule of the day.
It is.
And it looks like we have our winner, TS Strom, or T Strom 1048. Oh my God, woohoo! Congratulations, we're so excited. We're gonna be sending you an email so you'll know that you won. So thank you so much for tuning in. We are so excited to get these products to these people who are watching.
No, this is great. Like I have to say, it's really nice to have culinary styled ingredients. Talk about learning how to normalize such a stigma, bring it back into the kitchen, make it just a part of everything else.
Absolutely. And we have one more grand prize giveaway that's coming up, you guys, so don't go anywhere. But I do want to get back into our conversation that we were just talking about. So CBD, you really can't overdose on it.
Right.
So far.
So far.
From what we see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And depending on what you're using it for. I mean, some people need 1,000 milligrams. Some people need 10 milligrams. It really is just how do you feel? It's like you said, mindfulness, being aware, being in the present moment. And I like to say just journal it too. Like, I really like this day. What did I do? Okay, I had 100 milligrams CBD and it was beautiful. Or actually that made me woozy. So I'm going to cut it down, because you're not going to get a lot of like negative side effects, but maybe the plant part of it just made you woozy or something.
I love it. So we have another question from Ella MD, who wants to know how to use THC and CBD for thyroid health. That is a good question.
That's a beautiful question.
Yes.
So I would recommend cooking with it or taking a tincture, because again, cannabis is so diverse that if you have thyroid issues, it's learning how to rebalance the body. So exactly what we talked about earlier, consuming is just consuming in edibles or in a tincture is actually a great way to mitigate what's wrong, because with thyroid, it's generally something is out of balance. So this helps realign you, and it gets you to cook these types of foods and all that. And I would say also with meditation, people with thyroid, it's good to like get centered and try to find your balance again.
So true. Yeah, and you know, there are lots of tinctures out there, and so many companies and brands are understanding how using other herbs can also enhance the effects of the cannabis itself. So it's really exciting.
Exactly.
And so thank you so much for that question.
Yeah.
We love hearing from you guys. If you have any other last burning questions of desire, drop us a comment and let us know what you're thinking about. We want to know how you use your cannabis and CBD and what it's helping you with as well. I can personally say that I have been using it really to treat depression for about a couple of years now.
Yeah.
And it sounds silly saying that because I don't feel depressed anymore.
Right.
Because I've been using it and I found the ways to apply it to my life. is there a cure? I don't think that's the right way to say it. It's not necessarily the
No.
right words, but it's managed, and that's what's most important.
Exactly, and so before postpartum depression, I actually had childhood depression, adolescent depression. It's just been a part of my life. So what I find from cannabis is it really brings me into the present moment. I'm like, wait, life is beautiful.
It is.
Looking at the flowers,
Yeah.
like you kind of put everything back into perspective, and then you just feel good and your body feels balanced again. So I agree with that. It's a helper. It helps manage.
Absolutely. And what have some of your clients said about their shift and in perspective?
Oh gosh, there was a thread. There is a thread, and it's just a shift of self-worth is a huge one. Seeing the effects of your inflammation going down, feeling better, feeling more present. That has been the biggest thing. It's like we just get this grand picture, the bigger picture, and that has been key in these transformation stories.
That's so important and so incredible that we're able to find that in such a natural, holistic way.
Yes.
I love it.
I know. That's why nutrition and cannabis, they're truly, that's a great ingredient to use to transform your life.
I love it. So once again, I'm so excited that we are going to be talking about these incredible recipes. Make sure that you guys are following us and check out the HelloMD website. We will be putting up all of these recipes. We have one more question coming up.
Oh, beautiful.
How does THC and CBD interact? People would like to know if it's synergistic.
Ah, yes, that's the word I would use.
Yes.
I like
The
to call
entourage
them.
effect.
Yeah, it's the entourage effect. So what that means is that when they're together, the overall effect is boosted. So CBD actually does not bind directly to CB1 receptor, CB2 receptor.
Yes.
So that's the receptors we're aware of in the endocannabinoid system.
Yep.
So THC, we know that directly binds to CB1.
That bridge.
Yeah, it's that bridge. And so what CBD does is it opens up the affinity of the receptor. So what that means is it kind of just opens it a little and makes it a little more receptive so that the cannabinoids, endocannabinoids too, so within the body, just have a better ability to get in. So if you're not really using THC, just be aware that even the 0.3% or below makes a difference. So maybe
It's necessary, in fact.
yeah.
That's really what we mean to say.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are so afraid of using THC or having any THC in their system.
Right.
And this is, I think, some of the controversy around hemp-derived versus cannabis-derived. But the studies have shown that there has to be a tiny amount
right.
of
For it to be
THC for you
effective.
to actually receive all of the benefits of the CBD. So they very much go hand in hand.
They do.
Which
they
is
do.
awesome. So thank you for that question. We really appreciate it. We want to know more. I think we have a few minutes left for you guys to let us know what your thoughts are, how you are using cannabis and or CBD.
I'm really excited for that part. I mean, it's just so versatile.
It is. I have actually just started using some transdermal patches
Yes.
for pain. And it
was it?
works. It was amazing. It really, really worked. And but so people do know if you are seeing transdermal patches, that does mean that there is an agent in it to get those cannabinoids into your system. It does go into your blood system, hence transdermal. It crosses the skin's barrier, but it really works.
Yes, exactly.
So-
And then I like the other stuff they put in it too. It makes it feel
A little tingly.
yeah. Hot, cold, tingle.
It's amazing. There is just the possibilities are endless, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're so happy, and I'm really, really grateful to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
And what are your last thoughts on how people can be using these products? Oh, and Lena wants to know, how can we use it for sleep?
Oh, so cannabis in general, I'm just going to say, so sometimes, okay, so it goes back to the CBD and how it affects you. Some people, they'll take it at night, say they take like 15 milligrams. Now they're kind of energized.
Yes.
Other people are like, I sleep really well, I don't toss and turn.
Yes.
I do know with THC, it's the exact same depending on the strain, what terpenes are in it, what other ingredients are used in the product. Sometimes it can be energizing, and that does not mean sativa versus indica. It means that specific product. What elements are in that to make you feel drowsy or uplifted. I know myrcene, which is often found in like indica dominant, which like Granddaddy Purple has a lot of myrcene in it, which has been shown to be a little more sedative. Linalool is another one.
Yes. So
lavender.
These things you are naming are
terpenes.
So for those who may not know what a terpene is, terpenes are present in absolutely every single substance on Earth. It is what gives any given substance its smell.
Yes, like mint.
Yes, and so terpenes are in everything. They're not just in cannabis.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything around you. If you can smell it, if you can taste it, it has terpenes.
Yep.
And that is why you said it's not so much sativa versus indica anymore. It's really about the terpene profiles.
Yes.
So look more into that and understand what terpenes affect you in which ways.
Yeah.
And really look for products or strains that contain those terpenes.
Exactly.
And
essential oils too.
Yes, and I really do highly recommend edibles and trying to integrate edibles or tinctures into your evening routine because it does help people stay a little bit more relaxed.
And sleep is really important.
So you guys are so excited. We are ready for our final giveaway. So I think I'm gonna have to bring this up here. We're so excited. This final grand prize giveaway, you can have one of these nifty aprons, as well as the cured spices and the set of nesting bowls.
Yeah, they're adorable.
They're really, really beautiful. So we are giving this away to one lucky person. So make sure that you leave us a comment and let us know what your thoughts are, how you're using cannabis, why it is affecting your life.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. This is amazing.
Our cured spices are in there. So we have our cinnamon and honey spices as well as the lemon and garlic pepper. Perfect. So we are ready for our lucky winner. Make sure you drop us a comment. We're waiting, waiting, waiting. So excited.
I know, and now you can really like empower yourself to cook more and use cannabis as like your excuse, your centerpiece.
Yes.
And especially with all those terpene profiles out there, there's just so many possibilities.
And I mean, honestly, this just makes it so accessible. It makes it easy to use the products. It's an ingredient, exactly. It's not just a cannabis product. So this is actually going to give you, you'll be winning all 3 products. After we get off the air, you're also able to purchase the trio of cured products, all for 30% off on the HelloMD website. And you'll also have a free doctor's consult. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be announcing our winner by emailing them. So be sure to stay tuned. And thank you so much for joining us on HelloMD Live.
Thank you.
Yes, take care. Thank you.